Hey guys, Viking.reefing here. This is the first addition to what I'm hoping will be a continuous video series on my channel, Viking.reefing Reacts. The basic idea behind this video series is that you guys send me a video of your tank and a short description, and I will react to it. I will give you my honest feedback and perhaps some tips if I find anything to pass on that I feel is worthwhile. If you would have your tank featured here next, please send me an email on Viking.reefing@gmail.com with a link to a file sharing website. I generally prefer WeTransfer, and a short description of your system. And please, for the love of everything, shoot it in landscape mode. If you shoot it in portrait mode, it really won't look good on YouTube. Our first contributor is actually a fellow Swede named Oscar. His system is quite similar to mine in the way that it's actually two tanks, but they're interconnected to one sump. So we will be reviewing both tanks and go over sump in this video. The tanks consists of one red Sea Reefer 300 XL Generation 2, and the other one is a custom Peninsula tank. So let's dig in and see what Oscar sent us, shall we? All right, here we go. So this is the Peninsula tank. First impressions, he has a lot of large acro colonies here. That's always refreshing to see. So there's not a ton of like little frags and stuff. Okay, what's going on? We are raising the camera. Okay, he's opening up the canopy. So, oh, come on, bro. Why didn't you have those radions lit up when you shot the video? It looks like he has some GHL light bars and 4 radions. I can't tell if they're G5s or G6s, but definitely lots of lights. Again, very nice size of those colonies. That looks like a red planet, one of my personal favorites. He has a couple of those. And here we go, nice gorgonian there as well. They aren't as prevalent as they used to be. It's very nice. Oh, and look at it, the polyp extension on those Milliporas. I love that Sunset Millie. You need to give me a frag of that. Looks freaking great. Here we have some like hairy mushrooms and stuff. Oh, get that stuff out of there. That'll get on your rocks, and then you'll have hell to pay. I can see that the bottom doesn't seem to be bare bottom, but not a lot of sand either. Okay, I guess this is the other side of the tank, and yes, it's not bare bottom. It does have some substrate. I would probably advise you to perhaps get like a goby or something to help you keep that slightly cleaner. I really like the aquascape here. It doesn't seem to be overly dense, and should be able to provide good flow for the acros. Has some nice frags here as well. I really like that he has covered the entire wall with rock. That's actually something that I've been thinking about doing in my tank. The wall that's next to the actual wall, I guess. A very nice sarcophyton there. Neon green, those are freaking awesome. Seems to be quite a lot of flow in this tank. And from what I can tell, the flow is coming from a hodgepodge of different manufacturers. And here we have a nice top-down view. I can see that big red planet. They always get some sort of a funky growth pattern. Mine looks the same as his does. Nice red Millipora. What do we have here? A nice bonsai. One more Sunset Monty. Hey, a clownfish. I think that's some granulosas. Oh, and that's that big Sunset Monty. It looks freaking awesome. Oh, and I guess this is the Red Sea Reefer. And that's a big freaking clam for a tank that size. I threw in a clam in my Nios tank as well. Looks quite similar to this. In this video, it looks like we are probably heading towards evening or something. It's quite dim here. I can see that he's running at least a 5. Oh, I'm really liking this. Look what he's done with that castle. So he has a light bar, a couple of radions, but he has that castle pointed straight at the clam. That's really freaking smart. Good job. This is a much better view. This seems to be more on an LPS focused tank, not as much flow either. It seems that it has some more fish in this tank, weirdly enough. I can see a leopard wrasse, some Genicanthus angelfish. Never been a fan of those, although this particular species is actually quite nice. That's a baller clam. One thing I immediately notice is that it doesn't seem to have much growth on it, so it might be a good idea to check. But it does have good mantle extension. So, we got a fish fight going on. Alrighty then. So we got some Ghanies, we got some Favias as well here. A nice, I think that's a Scolemia, and a Lobo here. I don't think they're called Lobos anymore. Anyways, some nice torches as well. This is a very nice LPS tank in my opinion. Oh, and you also have some Milka Stylo. Oh, there's Acros in here as well. Yeah, I can tell there's not a lot of growth on the clams. I would check that out. Perhaps check for pyramids. Very nice Sarcophyton again. Some nice Ghanies. Very freaking nice. I think this tank would be well served if you got a sand sifting goby or something. Since you do have a lot of sand here, that would probably make it spotless in a day or two. I would get like one of the Polinaris ones so they don't distribute the sand all over the rockscape. Oh, and here we have the Sump. Oh, there's a lot of wires here. Yeah, I guess it kind of gets Frankenstein up after a while. So what do we have here? Here we have an ATR reservoir. It looks like there might be an ozone generator. We have a fan here. Smart to block off the refugium light so it doesn't really messes up the skimmer. That's a very nice skimmer. Looks like a Bubble King. I see some pipe work going on, and I think that's what connects the two tanks together to one sump. So overall, two very nice tanks. I'm particularly envious of his Milliporas and his big SPS tank. I really miss my Millis, which I managed to nuke last summer when I was dosing hydrogen peroxide for the velvet outbreak that I had. So yeah, and I really do love the that he has covered the entire wall here, the like non-peninsula side with rocks. That looks very cool. The only thing that I would see as a real improvement would be to get rid of some of the detritus from both tanks. Particularly in this one, I can see a lot of like detritus buildup on the bottom. So I would probably advise to get like a fairly powerful pump and just blow it across the bottom to get all of that detritus up in the water column, and do some bubble scrubbing for it to be filtered out. One of the most impressive parts that Oscar has done, in my mind, is that he has mounted that Kessel right on top of his clam. Clams are such light hogs, and I see a lot of people like not keeping them properly, since the amount of light that they need might actually fry corals, but this was actually a great idea to do that. One thing that I would probably do, which would probably create some more interest, especially in the big Peninsula tank, to get some shoaling fish. To get like a heap of Anthias or something, it would create a lot of interest with them swimming up in the water column, and perhaps some cool angelfish as well. One thing that I saw, looking back at the video, was that you have placed some freaking Montiporas, encrusting ones, on your rockscape. Get it out of there quick. That's going to be a hell of a headache in a couple of years. So just squirt some caulk water paste or something right on top of it and kill it off before it lays eggs. So the first Viking Reefing Reacts is a wrap. Please keep sending these videos in, guys. I would love to be able to review videos from different parts of the world. It would be very interesting to see some European tanks versus American tanks versus Asian tanks. I would love to see that. If you have any further comments or questions, please post them down in the comments below. If I can answer them, I will, or else I will reach out to Oscar to see if he can provide some additional information on this tank. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Bye.